Good morning, everyone. Today we've got a project. I slept in super late, 10:30, not gonna lie, it was awesome. But now we're going to essentially clear this wall out to put in a 240-gallon aquarium. So I've got Bob coming over. He'll be over here in a few minutes, and we're gonna start working on that. We gotta drain this tank, obviously. Stand's gotta go. That's got to be broken down. That's got to move into this room, which is the garage, which, yeah, that's going to take quite a bit of finagling because there's a lot of stuff over there that, you can see lots of tanks stacked up, brine shrimp hatcheries, saws. We got to get that into a decent spot and get the other tank in here. And so we're going to be working on that. Let's do a fry update on the angelfish. Oh, they're right there. I was scared. Again, they're right in this top corner, just starting to become free swimming. Still have their yolk sacs, still clinging together, but, I don't know where the rest of them are. I mean, they're starting to swim around, so that means I'm going to fire up the brine shrimp hatchery and finally get going on that. So, stay tuned today. I guarantee gonna be some cool stuff, so we'll see you in a bit. Well, Bob's here, got the heavy lifting, so we're gonna start moving this tank, just broke it down, and now it's gotta go somewhere. So I think it's gonna go in the middle of the fish room while we move out the 240 out of the garage. Then we can put that where the 240 was, but I'm gonna kind of set up a little time lapse here and we'll see how it goes. Then I'll move stuff over there, but so yeah, it looks like we're making some progress for sure. Got Bob on sweeping duty, and now we just got to move that workbench behind him. That's going to be a humdinger to say the least, but I got to clear out a little space in the garage, and we'll get that tackled, and then the fun begins. Now, if anything ever deserved tacos, it's that. I'm hot, I'm sweaty, I'm already tired, but you can't stop when you're gonna move the 240 next. Well, it looks like that's where it's gonna sit. Now we gotta get the tank on it, and yeah, it's bigger than I thought. It definitely takes up some room, no doubt, but we'll have to see where we want to sit, how close to the wall, that type of thing. So, moving the tank is next. Alright, so we've got the tank set up. I just threw some lights on it temporary. Now we got to drill, because I'm going to make it so it can change water automatically. Means I got to move this thing out and drill from the back. We'll get that done, and then we got to put a sump in. Well, it's not really a sump. It's basically just somewhere we're going to put where the water can overflow and we can pump it to a drain. And then we might actually start filling with water. We're also going to install this filter that's been sitting here, making me want to install it for a long time. It's the biggest Eheim Classic. So I'm excited for that. And I'm going to get started because it's already 3 o'clock. We went out to lunch. I had fish and chips. Bob had brisket, and so yeah, let's get to it. Alright, now we're going to watch Bob put the sump in for me, have him do the muscle part, and yeah, we'll see how that fits in there. Should be able to sit on the ground, and hopefully wiggle right in there. Oh, might have to come in from an end maybe?
Yeah.
Dang it.
Help on that one.
That means we got to come in probably from the other end because we don't have enough room on that end. So.
And we're gonna have to lift it over the. Right.
Oh. All right. Let me set this camera down. This is why you need help for projects like this, because I can't. Well, it could be done alone. It would just be horrible to do alone.
Hit me in the butt.
All right.
So, yeah.
gonna set it down. We gotta go over those braces. Go ahead, I got it.
This should be interesting.
All right, teamwork has prevailed. We now have, this is just gonna be the overflow. So it's not gonna be an actual sump, like no filtration will be going on down there. We're just gonna put the sump pump in. I'm gonna order the float valve. So that way it'll pump the water, and I'll probably have to come like up the ceiling here or something. And I gotta find a way to get this water basically over to that wall way over there and into the sink. Or yeah, maybe. I was thinking like maybe the water could go over here too, like I just pump it into there. I don't know how yet, but I do know auto water change. We're not putting any more tanks in the don't auto water change because it's always a problem. So I'm actually gonna do a manual water change right on that goldfish tank in the studio, and I'm gonna pump the water into here as we fill it with sand. So enjoy that. So
That's
Bob's
all it comes with?
unboxing the beast.
Must be
Those quick disconnects, those things are no joke. That thing is huge. That's some serious diameter tubing, but it uses the biggest Eheim pump. It's all got to be on the inside, I think. But this came out way before the FX6, so you got to know where the FX6 got its thinking from. Like this is, you know, because the pump mounts to this top thing. I'm glad I'm having you do this because this looks like a lot of work.
Yeah, that's how I was gonna put it together.
Yeah, so. Alright, ooh, cardboard. Does it come with media or no? I don't think it does, but lots of parts, clamps, metal pieces. Alright. So that one's got to be the, I bet you this big one's the intake, that's the output maybe? Instructions will probably tell us. Yep, there's the big Eheim pump.
Jeez.
And big tube.
Got filter socks, that's kind of neat. Guess they all come with that,
I'm
though.
excited for this thing. This thing is a beast. All right, well, I'm gonna let Bob keep working on that, and meanwhile, I'll put this right here, or something. Meanwhile, I'm gonna go work over here, finishing up the plumbing. I just gotta get the elbow up here, and we can start flowing some water and stuff. I'm gonna put the elbow in right here and fork it up, but that's what I'm doing. All right, so we're under the tank. We've got this beast of a filter here. And the problem I think we're gonna run into is here's where the return line goes. If I attach this to that, which I'm gonna cut the hose down obviously, but if I attach that, I think it's just gonna pinch over long term and cut the flow off. So I don't have, that's one piece I'm not gonna have is a barbed elbow like that. So we gotta run to the hardware store and get a barbed elbow, I think, to really make that work correctly. And then I think I've got hose clamps, so we should be okay there, but got to stop the water. We've got water running. We got the intake in. We've got the spray bar over there done. And the water, it looks pretty good once it's underwater. It's not that scratched. I mean, it's not pristine by any means, but it's a $500 240, so can't complain too much. And so yeah, I got to stop water, and we got to go to the hardware store, and then we can come back, and we're not going to finish it by any means, but you know, we'll certainly put a hurting on this thing, get some sand in there and make it cool. So if it doesn't turn out cool, blame Bob. It's his fault.
No, I'm just following instructions.
He's quality assurance, so we'll see in a bit. Still filling with water. Got the giant Eheim pump plumbed in. That's cool. Now we're gonna start putting sand in, and still waiting for water fill. It's gonna take a long time, but you know, we had to make a hardware store trip, as always, and yeah, now I'm gonna get this guy to carry in the sand for me. And now it's time for sand. Got Bob working hard, drinking juice. Tank's filled with water. now I think we're gonna mount a power strip. We're gonna try and get this Eheim primed. We'll see how well he did at putting an Eheim together. We put about 200 pounds of substrate in between crushed coral and the Senex sand. It's obviously the crushed coral has made it murky in here. We've got it so that the overflow overflows into the tank down below. No way to pump that water out yet, but I did order the part I need. And so yeah, we're gonna keep working and see what we can't come up with. Well, a fish build wouldn't be complete unless you get water on the floor. And there's a big puddle of water because that nozzle, which you can use to back flush the filter, wasn't closed when I filled it up. So that was pretty smart. And yeah, but milky tank for sure. 8 feet long, got a sponge filter running in it. We've got the Eheim 1500 XL running on that as well. Now it's your guys' job. Tell me what you'd put in here or you want me to put in here. I can't decide yet. You know, I've got the classic problem I always have. I have a tank, I just don't know what to put in it. You know, I'm thinking about putting Bob in it, but the portholes, we already tried, the portholes won't fit him. So that's a problem. But I know I can't put giant pieces of wood, that won't fit. Rocks and small pieces of wood could. You know, we've thrown around ideas like planted tank, rainbow tank, African cichlid tank, Dovii tank, turtle tank. There's unlimited possibilities, and the problem becomes I can't choose. So let me know what you guys would do, and hopefully you get a rad idea and then I just steal it and I take all the credit and pretend I'm smart, because that's what I like to do. But, you know, chime in, comments down below, let me know what you want to see, and the thing that gets the most votes, maybe I'll totally ignore and go with something else, who knows, but, you know, we'll see. I'm going to be tinkering and thinking all night long for at least a few nights, I'm sure. Especially I want to swap the lights out for sure. These are just, you know, Costco shop lights. And, yeah. What would you put in it?
I would do rainbows myself. But...
Oh, you're horrible. I should do like 1,000 pseudomogul rainbows though. Only small ones. That makes no sense. But, yep, it's late. You know, we've been working, you know, I don't know how many hours. It's not super late. It's only 7 o'clock. We worked for like 7 hours now or something, which took way longer. We had to go get lunch. 2 hardware store trips? Two hardware store trips because we're bad. And yeah, so thanks for hanging out. We'll see you tomorrow. And yeah, eat a taco.